All right, we are live once again. Another amazing episode of Average Joe's MMA. I'm Nick Westerveld,
And I'm Ty Stewart, and today we're just
and
going to be doing the recaps.
yeah, guys, let's go over the recaps of what happened. At least we did a little better for you guys over the
I
course of
Nick
yesterday.
did better. Nick did better. I did not. I got about the same.
Yeah. Well, guys, I mean, let's just start out with the obvious. We kind of know about this card once again. Once again, man, the judging is starting to plague the UFC, unfortunately. I picked a couple of these winners that were very close decisions. I don't know how you feel, Ty, here. Like, I'm kind of leaning towards this. When it's a close fight, it goes either way. You can't really get mad at one decision or the other. The only reason you would really be mad is if that's either your favorite fighter or you bet on the fight, obviously. Taking a
Right.
step back from it, you can't really be upset about that because that's anyone's guess. Um, I'll go start with this first fight here, though, real quick, which were tons of controversy surrounding, which is funny, though. I'm going to go over the numbers with you guys, so maybe there shouldn't be. But, Marlon Vera versus Song Yadong. um, Marlon was pissed after the fight was over, which I don't really like. I think when you have a good fight like that and you beat the shit out of each other, you should shake hands after the end of the day. There's no reason to have hard feelings like that for real. Especially Marlon should have grew up and realized it wasn't Song's fault that the judges picked him. That's not Song doing that, obviously. Unless he paid the judges, then by all means, fuck that guy up.
Yeah, but
But we don't know that. Yeah.
yeah, I understand for Vera why you'd be upset is that like, look, these guys get like, say they tell you're going to get paid $5,000 no matter what, but if you win, you get another $5,000. So that guy just basically, if you felt like you won it, which I actually didn't get to see that fight. If you thought you won it, you just got half of your purse taken away from you because of some dumbasses sitting on the other side of the cage of you.
Oh yeah, no, I can definitely see why you would feel like that 100%. Um, I'll go with this. I watched the fight. I thought this could possibly be the best fight of the night. It did. It probably was, to be honest with you. Excitement level, no one got knocked out or anything like that, but went the distance. And these guys fucked each other up. At the time, I was like, man, Marlon Vera fucking wrecked that dude. I don't know how this is not a simple thing. But then I go to here. I should tell you guys the results. Total strikes was 119 for Song, 115 for Marlon Vera. Song had significant strikes, 101. Marlon Vera was 92. Marlon Vera, 2 takedowns. So,
Yeah,
I
those are some
mean,
real close stats there.
100%. No, you can sell by the stats. It was close too. But I'm just saying, I don't think when I read that to you, though, it wasn't as one sided maybe as some people thought that Marlon Vera flat out
Right.
won.
Right, but what was the control time on the ground? Those are some other stats you'd have to tell me. Just
Yeah, I would
from
like
not having seen
to.
it, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't have that on here, so we'll try to get you guys that, or someone can comment that in the thing and tell us what you guys think. Maybe our boy can do that. What's his name?
Peter Lines, yeah,
Yeah, and I just want to man, just so you know, that's Teabagger here, Ty
yeah.
Stewart, talking to you. So don't get mad at me about that pick.
Oh, but Peter, I thought we had that one. I put some money down on that myself. Just watching Matt Brown dropped him in the first, and then I like right at the end of what I think it was the close to the end of the second he got dropped, and then it just looked like he had cobwebs from there on out. Um,
Yeah, he
yeah, but like I said, that kid. I read some things saying that, or afterwards saying some things he has a bright future. I didn't really see anything too special about him. Like I said, I watched the tapes on him. He seems like a pretty basic. He's got some power in his hands, but I guess you can say he did beat a 39-year-old Matt Brown. But I'm a little bummed out about that pick.
all right. Let's see. What do we have next up here? We had sorry guys, I'm trying to load it up.
Anders Jotko.
Andres and Jotko. Let's see. I had went with
We both
Anders.
did.
We both went with Anders on this one. Jodko got the win. Another, I'm upset with the judging because of didn't go our way. Should I really be upset with it? I, I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
From what I saw in this fight, it's like I can't say I can be mad because Eric Anders kept shooting for takedowns and he never finished any of them. If you're gonna do it, you got to be able to execute. your technique, and he just didn't, man. He would shoot and just give up and then go to the clinch, and he really didn't do a lot of. He didn't really damage him there in that position. I do think he controlled most of that fight. Yes, he landed a lot less strikes, but that's the thing is, like Nick was saying last week, it's just like with the referees, why is it different this way or that way? It's you just never know what you're getting with the judges. You don't know what they prefer to see when you're fighting in front of them. And one day they might like takedowns and control, and then the next time they like strikes more.
Yeah, and that must have been what it was, right? Because Jotko got a 30-27 by one of the judges, which was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, but see, that's what I have a problem with. I don't like when you see that. When you see that and you got 29-28s, like, what the fuck is going on here? Um, I hate to start, conspiracy theory that someone got paid and shit like that, but it's just like, it makes it hard for us as the fans because you are sitting there wondering if, your hero here is doing the right things to get the points, but it shouldn't be like that. We should just have an even system across the board, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, it's like it's one of those things. It's going to be so hard to do, but there needs to be some kind of freaking reform on the scoring system. But I just can't foresee how they're going to do that. It's just it's like Joe Rogan beating a dead horse. We talk about it all the time. Every time we see it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So next up then was Dan Ige versus Edson Barboza. I went with Ige. Ty here went with Barboza.
Barboza, great fight. It was a great fight.
I got the W for you guys. Once again, though, kind of weird judging. Well, then again, maybe it wasn't.
But see, this is a perfect example of, was control more important or was the damage more important? Because in this fight, Ige did get more control. He did do a little bit of damage, don't get me wrong, but definitely Edson Barboza was hurting Ige a lot more. Nick and I had a quick discussion about it yesterday when we were talking about in the second round, like, just because Barboza took him down. I was like, yeah, because the guy was fading, and he's like, Nick was like, well, he got
Only
hurt, to the liver with
a
liver kick. I'm like, well, then that makes it even more that he won that round. Is that if he hurt him with the liver kick and then controlled him on the bottom, I think that means, or controlled him, he was on top and controlled him. That means he won that round. He hurt him at the end. He's on top of you. It's just like, I hate to keep bringing up Joe Rogan in this scenario. It's like, at the end of the day, it's like when you're in the schoolyard and you're beating the crap out of someone and the teachers pull you off, who won? The kid on top, not the kid on the bottom.
True.
Especially when you got dropped by a kick.
That was the best thing I've ever heard. You're absolutely right, Dan, and that's how you would think of it. So, yeah, I mean, another weird one. I mean, obviously now we're saying we're going backwards just for a second. Two fights scored completely different and backwards results. So that's a problem, obviously. So, just got to get it fixed, man. Maybe all of us, average Joes here need to get together and sign some petition or something and get this shit fixed. I mean, It's crazy. Okay. Anyways, next up then was Claudia Gadelha versus Angela Hill. I thought it was a great fight, personally.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It was a good fight.
For the women.
It was a fun one.
Yeah, it was a fun one to watch. They went back and forth a couple times. Claudia's hung in there and kept getting cracked in the face a little bit. She looked more beat up than Angela Hill did, for sure. She kind of wears it on her face a little bit more, though,
well, it was that stiff jab from Angela was doing a great job. When she did decide to utilize it, she freaking would just nail her right on the button.
So good. Good.
It was, but she did what Claudia came out, does what she does. She came out strong in the first round. I think did she score a takedown in the third? I can't really remember. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that's really what sealed the deal, was that third round takedown in the ground and pound. But it's like I said, her striking isn't evolving. So she's someone you should watch in the future, kind of look who she's fighting. And if you see someone with some really strong stand-up, good takedown defense, those are the people you're going to want to use to bet against Claudia Gadelha, because that seems to be her weakness.
Yeah, no, you're calling it right. Claudia needs to get her shit together, and she went to Jersey and then moved to Vegas, so she's been trying to move around to do different things, but it is the same kind of technique and over again, which, as you're saying, you're absolutely right. If someone was to just watch her footage and really watch it, they should have an easy game plan against her. But we got to remember, this is a strong ass bitch though too, man.
Oh yeah, one of my friends actually was messaging me, and I was like, she definitely looks like she's on some Mexican supplements. You know,
100%.
she's a thick girl. I'm sure she is 100% clean. Actually, just puts in the work because it does look like she focused way more on her physical than her skill and her technique. I think it's mostly just because she prefers the wrestling and the grappling, and there you just need to be physically stronger when you're using that top game control than focusing on her striking, which is her weaker part of her game.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I mean, as we said, as I told you, put the crack pipe down. She got it done.
Yeah,
Got the
yeah.
W, baby.
Yeah, you know what? I just like to say I would like to see her go to like a really good striking coach, maybe like Rafael Cordero or Duke Rufus. Anybody, just get into a good kickboxing camp because really that's the only thing she's missing is some really
Yeah,
strong striking.
yeah. All right, guys. And then we had the main event here. Mr. Overeem versus Walt Harris.
Oh, thank God I fucking got one right.
Yeah, Ty here was tripping. He wouldn't even answer the phone for me in the end of that last round because I was gonna talk some shit to him.
Yeah.
You got lucky on this one too, dude. You got real lucky. You
Oh,
got
I think
lucky.
look, what we saw was yes, Overeem got rocked in the first. The guy came out hard and fast like we kind of all assumed he would, trying to get the knockout. We all know the story. But Overeem, like I said, he's still an elite level striker. Hit him with that head kick and then just finished him off. Overeem did a great job of when he was hurt, staying tight in the guard, trying to recover, and then he did take advantage when I think Walt Harris tried to throw a head kick and fell down. I think that's what it was, and then he
No,
just stayed on
well,
top of him.
what happened? Well, Walt thought he had him. Obviously, came
Right.
in hot. Came in real hot with his foot straight out in the air. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking he was gonna do. It's almost like he was gonna heel kick him or some shit like that. And it went downhill real fast from that point.
Yeah, he
and it,
slipped or
and I
something,
and
and
I
then he got
say
up.
it was luck. You got lucky. It really wasn't. It was Walt came in too hot. Came in too hot against a professional who knew what to do in that situation and didn't just and was able to overcome it. And I mean, and when that table got turned there at the end, it was all over. I mean, poor Walt was gassed out, tired as shit, on the ground. I mean, I felt bad for the dude. I could imagine that what he was feeling at that moment. I'm sure he was thinking a lot about his daughter when he was down like that and how he thought this was going to be a lot different of a situation.
Yep.
Um, I'm gonna say this though. I mean, when I saw him so tired like that, though, his conditioning and everything. I mean, we're all stoked. The guy came back out to fight. Did it for his daughter and all that shit. Maybe it was still too soon though. Like, maybe he's been stressing a little bit. Like cardio just was not there by any means. And when you're gonna do shit like that against a dude like Overeem, this is what happens.
I don't think it was. We will have different opinions on this. I think Walt came in great shape. I think he looked a lot more in
Yeah,
shape than he has in the past. I just think it was just bad luck. You made a mistake against a true professional in Overeem, a veteran. He knows what to do. Like he made a mistake. Overeem got on top of him, put his weight down. You know, caused some damage. They survived the first, and then he just Overeem, like I told you, is an elite level striker.
yeah.
Threw that head kick, nailed him, rocked him, and then just finished the fight. That was a great heavyweight fight.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean that's the other thing. These are heavyweights, and I got to remember that these aren't like the little guys, that can kind of bounce around for a few more minutes than these guys can for sure. I mean, still a great fight. I mean, it was really entertaining. Obviously, there for a second. I mean, I'm sure the whole world was cheering for Walt to knock him the fuck out there in the beginning, and then yeah, tables turned. I mean, but poor Walt getting flattened out like that. I mean, getting flattened out. Ugh, feel for the dude.
Yeah, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he'll come back stronger, but I think look, Walt seems like a great guy, but let's be realistic here. He best at best on a good day, he's going to be one of the gatekeepers of the division. He's
100%,
not
100%.
gonna get there.
All right, guys. Well, so our stats for this weekend, where are we at, Ty? Can you?
Well, I went 1-3 for this fight card. You went 2-2. I
Me
believe
too.
that makes us overall 6-8, both of us. To
All
It's
right.
not great, but I'm sure we'll come back stronger. This was a little bit more brutal of a this week. 3 fight cards in 1 week.
Oh yeah,
Take a lot out.
100%. Hard to pick like that, And we had an obvious, very risky Wednesday night fight that I told you guys could go the way it went, and sure enough, it did. sometimes you just got to pay attention to gambling statistics and shit like that, even though the fighter is a better fighter. Just sometimes just dumb luck is like that. So,
Yeah.
all right, well, that's gonna wrap it up for us here, guys. Here's the deal. I guess I don't know. I'm a little confused. Maybe you guys can comment and let us know. From what I understand, there's gonna be a fight on the 30th. Even though the website says UFC, the next UFC card is the pay-per-view. They said yesterday, I heard them multiple times say the 30th, which is not our next Saturday, but the following. So, we'll get a card, we'll get a video, guys, put out for you guys, let you know what's going on with that when I get more news, and we'll have an update on when we'll be able to come out with a recap and some picks for you guys on that card. And we'll go from there. Chances are, I think it's going to probably be in Vegas personally. I just read an article this morning, though. Dana said if they don't get it done in Vegas, they're going to do it in Arizona, because Arizona is allowing sports right now again, too, as of Monday or Tuesday, one of the two. So at least they won't have to travel so far to the East Coast. I'm sure that's the whole point. Dana doesn't want to have to be too far away from his home. So, yeah, guys, thank you very much. Sorry I couldn't make you guys some more money. We did pick some good picks for you guys, though. Honestly, some underdogs were key there for you guys.
Yeah, and it was just one of those nights. I'm sure all of you felt you could, you just ended up on the wrong side of a judge's call.
Yeah, 100%, which is, it's cool and it's not cool at the same time. It's good when you're on the right side.
Yeah,
all right,
that's true.
Peace out. We'll see you guys next time.
Oh, yeah, and please don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button. That's about it.
Please do. All right, guys. Thank you.